I'm making a Pear Preserves Cake. It's in Volume 5 Cookbook on page 69. So all of you who have your cookbook, go to page 69 and follow along. The first thing that we're going to put in is we're going to put 2.5 cups of sugar. There's 1, 2.5. Okay, to that, I'm going to add 1 cup of Crisco. Okay, and I'm going to turn this on. I'm going to now add 4 eggs. This is 1. Now I'm going to add my dry ingredients and alternate it with the milk. So I'm going to have cloves, 1/2 teaspoon of cloves, and that's 1/2. I'm going to put 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg. I'm sorry, but Scout he barks. He don't know where I am. And he knows I'm cooking. And a teaspoon of cinnamon. Excuse me. Okay, to that I'm going to add, let me see, I've got to have 3/4 teaspoon of baking soda. And a teaspoon of vanilla. It's okay if it's a little bit more vanilla. It's good for you. Hey, Scout. All right. Then I'm going to add 3 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour.
Is that self-rising flour?
No.
That's what it says on your bowl, on your thing.
Thank you. Thank you, Errol. even have to pour some more up. I tell you, I need my husband, don't I? I left this in here. Okay.
What would have happened if you had done self-rising flour?
Well, I'm not sure that it would have made that much difference, but if I had done all-purpose and had not put any baking soda or baking powder or salt in it, it wouldn't.
Wouldn't have
That
risk.
one time I made a peach cobbler, and I used all-purpose flour, and it was horrible.
So self-rising already has the baking soda and stuff in it. How much was that? 3 and what?
3, I got to get a 4th.
Okay.
3 and a 4th. Okay.
We're professionals.
We are. Just, all right, now I'm going to put this on, and I'm just going to spread that around just a little bit, and then I'm going to add liquid. Okay, a cup of buttermilk. And guess what? I didn't have buttermilk. So I put a cup of sweet milk, whole milk, and a tablespoon of vinegar. And that makes your buttermilk. Okay, let's let that go. Make sure I've got everything. Crisco, sugar, eggs, vanilla, flour, baking soda, cinnamon, cloves, buttermilk, nutmeg. Okay. Okay, now it says to put a pint of homemade pear preserves, and that's what I have.
Tell me about those.
Dear friend of ours who's in our Sunday school class, Mr. Terry Fry, made this and brought it to me. And look
Those
at
from
that.
trees in his yard, right?
I guess, I'm assuming. But good homemade pear preserves. And optional is putting a cup of pecans. And I wasn't going to put any in, and Harold said, oh, I love pecans. But I chopped mine real fine. Okay.
That's it? That's everything?
That's it. I'm making this cake for Sunday school.
It smells good, doesn't it?
All right. Now you can cook this in a tube pan or a butt pan. And I am going to use a butt pan. Okay, right there. I sprayed my butt pan with Baker's Joy, which is oil and flour mixed. And this, let me wipe this off because I did get some Crisco on that and I don't want it to get on my batter not mixed in. But this cinnamon and cloves and all really smells good in here. I preheated the oven to 325 degrees. and it's going to cook for an hour and a half. I try to bring something to snack on at Sunday school. They love the butter pecan pound cake. This is new. I'm gonna see how they like it. This is a big cake.
How much will it rise when it cooks?
To the top, probably.
So if you were cooking a cake like this, you wouldn't want to fill that pan all the way up with batter.
No, it would run out.
Okay.
And I mean, most of your recipes are not gonna have.
Enough that would cause that to happen.
Now I did the Beth Moore pound cake until I got this bigger pan. I would have to take some of it out because it would run over. You know how I know?
Because it did one time.
It did. It really did. But I'm going to put this in the oven for 3.5 hours. And I'll be back to show you when it comes out. The cake cooked for an hour and 25 minutes. It was smelling so good until I thought, let me check it, because the recipe said an hour and 30 minutes, but every stove is different. And when I checked it with a toothpick, it was ready. I let it sit for about 10 minutes, and then I took it out of the pan. It is still warm, so I'm afraid if I cut it, it might tear. Should I cut it, Harold?
Better wait.
Okay. But anyway, the recipe is in my Volume 5 cookbook, Mama Sue and her boys. And there's so many good recipes in here. And this one is a Pear Preserves Cake on page 69. And you saw how easy it was. So, if you don't have it, go to MamaSueSouthernKitchen.com and order you one today. Remember to be salt and light, and I'll be back soon.